Hello, gorgeous. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gigi. So we're going to start with these two colors there. We've got D&D um, Master Black. It is 888 if you're searching for it. It's very good. But listen, you've got to really, really, really squeegee off that gel because it just honestly it loves to wrinkle. So it needs to almost look like a jelly when you put on your first coat, and you need to make your second coat just as thin. But as you can see, as soon as the second coat is on there, it's really, really black. So you don't need more than two coats, but it will wrinkle up on you. So watch yourself on that. My dog is on one today, so I'm hoping he does not bark. Now this one, I love this red, but it's a little on the pinky side. So if you don't use enough, it's going to have that pinky, like right now, where you don't see the black behind it. It's very pink. So I go in with 3 coats of this. I only have 3 colors from this line. It's not DND, it's CND, and it's their creative play line. It's very nice polish, honest or gel. I need to get some more because it's dreamy. I love it. Some people like thicker polishes. Your girl likes the thin ones. You know how when actual polish, not gel, when you open it fresh and it's like a fresh bottle, not a bottle that's been sitting in the store for a while. It's thin and just glides. It's beautiful. I like gels that behave like that. So, and I've had these for a while and they still behave like that. So let's start working on the 3D elements. We're going to start with our brain, which is going to take a little chunk of gel. It's not really that thick. It kind of looks thick, but it's really not too bad. We're going to, mash it down and press it out. I'm just making an oval shape, sort of an oval shape, right? Because it's a little bigger in the back than the front. And I'm doming it a little bit so that when we come in with the wrinkly part of the brain, it's got, you want that dominess, right? And the wrinkly part can't be the thing that gives it the dome. It's got to already have that so that you can lay those on. I saw a poster. This look is based on a poster I saw, and I'm not going to link it for you because I don't know what the copyright of it all would be, and I don't want to get a strike or get in trouble, right? So, excuse me, tickle in my throat. But I saw a poster and it was super groovy, right? And it said exactly what this nail says or this set says. And I was very inspired by it. And I thought, oh, I could totally draw that. And then I'm like, no, I could 3D it. And it's going right in with what we talked about on the last video. I am trying to get my line work better, and part of that is lettering, right? So there you go. I'm just still continuing to push through into my uncomfortable zones. And I did get pretty uncomfortable making the letters, but in the end it sort of flowed out. The bigger the ones with the more words, I struggled with those the most. But all in all, I think it came out fine. So I'm just setting this on the nail, of course, and just using my gloved finger. Don't use gels without gloves, guys, please, unless you're putting them on yourself, in which case, whatever hand you're using, put on a glove. So anyway, I'm just pressing it into the shape that I want. I want it to look like a brain. Now, we don't want it to be too big because, like I said, we're going to come in with our wrinkles. I had a blast making this brain. It took so long to make this brain. I do give you the condensed version here, although you do see a good bit of it. but it challenged me, which is good because I want to take the 3D thing and keep going with it. So every little bit of thing that is difficult helps me get better, right? Oh, I just hit the microphone. I hope you didn't hear that. I hope. But it really, really did take a super long time to make it. Ooh, this set took a while. But it was worth every second of it because I absolutely love it. I'm just smoothing out the brain now. I'm trying to get my fingerprints out of it. Now, this next bit that I'm doing, it's not really going to show when the brain is complete, but it's just giving me a visual. Excuse me. It's just giving me a visual of where I want to put the wrinkles. That's all. You can get, I'm sure there's somebody out here who could do a way better brain than me, but I just figured it out. I just was like, how would you make the wrinkles? And I was like, oh, we'll do this. And that's what we're doing now. I'm just making really, really, really skinny little ropes. And then we're going to wrinkle it up on the brain. It's going to be super cute. Part of the problem of why this video is so late, because this should have been a video for Saturday, and here we are on Tuesday, is that I did a dumb thing. I thought I started my camera. I swear, even when I think back on it right this second, I'm like, I know I started that damn thing, but I didn't. And when I stood up after I had made part of the first brain, no camera was running. So I was really upset about that. And there's a second reason as well. But I'm going to say it's a good thing that it happened because the first brain was not coming out right. And I could tell that it wasn't. And that's why I got up to take a little break to think about it. And that's when the second reason for this video being late was revealed to me. And that was that I had Liam for a little extra time. Instead of just coming for a few hours, he spent the night. And so I did not have the extra time I needed to get it started back up again after my grave error. So let's make the mouth. You may have noticed from this point forward, we're going to speed things up a bit. This video is long. And honestly, something happened. And I'll tell you what that was, but something happened that made me have to do the voiceover over or redo the voiceover. That sounds better. And I can't talk for 40 minutes. This video was 45 minutes long. So I'm speeding it up double time for the rest of the video because my microphone died and I didn't notice. That's happened to me once before, and lesson learned, make sure I charge those microphones more frequently. So I only had like 7 minutes of voiceover on a 40-minute video, almost 45-minute video. I couldn't go again. My throat's already done. So I sped the rest of the footage up. You get the first part of the voiceover, which was the 7 minutes. And now you're going to get the rest of it in a accelerated rate. So we're just making the lips. Now I had not cured the top lip. I had not cured the top lip. So I'm just blending those lips together because, unless you've been sick, you probably don't have a crack on the corner of your lips. So we're going to make sure those are smooth together and smooth out the rest of the shape before we get it into the lamp for curing. And then she'll get a little lipstick. Here we go. We're almost finished up here. We just want to make it as smooth as we can without totally destroying the shape of the lips, which I think came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And we want the mouth to be open because the saying on the nails and the poster that I was inspired by is open your mind before you open your mouth. So we want the mouth to be a little bit open. Maybe she's thinking twice about it. And we're going to continue with our little ropes. We're going to cut that one off because it was way too long. And we're just wrinkling the wrinkles together, right? They're up against each other, but still separate individual things. And your brain wrinkles, if you had a smooth brain, you wouldn't have a lot of thinking power. The wrinkles is where all the power in your brain is. Right? I think that's right. So we're putting on her lipstick. I did him and haw about the color on this one. I tried a couple things. Nothing looked right. And I was like, let's just be crazy. How about we do that fuchsia on red, right? I think it came out exactly the way I wanted it to. This is the kind of set with a message, and you want the message to be loud and bright and eye-catching. So I think the fuchsia works perfectly. If you get any of your lipstick on the nail, make sure you clean that up before you do any curing. If it sounds a little like I'm tired, it's because voiceovers, I'm not tired, but voiceovers, I don't know. That's the hardest part of the whole video to me, is doing the voiceover. So I'm already voiceovered out from that 40-minute voiceover. And so, but we've got 13 minutes to go. Me and you together, we got this. If you're still here, please subscribe. I have got a ton of cool ideas coming up. I don't remember what I said in the first 7 minutes. So if that's a repeat, forgive me. Let's make some teeth. While I make the teeth, let's talk about the third reason why I am super late on this video. After everything else, I did try to get started on the edit, but if you're not new here, you probably know, or maybe you've heard, but I'm a little bipolar, and sometimes things get out of control. And my house was so out of control, I couldn't think to create. So I had to stop and just start cleaning. And sometimes when things are out of control, it's so overwhelming, you just stop. But I didn't let myself do that. I just put a vision in my head of what I want things to look like, and just, instead of trying to work toward that vision, I just took one task at a time that would get me closer. And I'm getting really close, right? There's some things I want to do that I'm going to be able to do now that the house is a little cleaner, like tear my closet apart, rearrange my kitchen, just there's a few things I need to do. I'm sure you heard that go by. I don't know exactly what it was, truck or something, maybe a motorcycle. But that was loud. The neighborhood's been loud today. Earlier during the voiceover that didn't actually finish recording, I had to stop because we're going to make the tongue here. I had to stop because there was some drama going on outside. And if it had just been drama, I probably would have just laughed it off and laughed with you about it. But there was a lot of cursing. And so I thought, maybe not so much. So let's put the tongue in. Once you get the shape where you want it, just set it down on your bottom lip, like shove it into the teeth. If you look closely, you can see where I missed. I should have pushed the gel in a little more, because you can see just the tiniest little sliver of red. But it's okay. I'm going to transcend that and learn from my mistakes in the future. If you sit around and hem and haw about these mistakes over and over and over again, you're ruminating. That's not good for you. It creates a pattern in your brain where you ruminate about things. That's not good. And I'm a ruminator from way back. So we are correcting that behavior now. We are doing that by not worrying about that little slice of red that in the end you don't really notice that much. So there you go. So we're finishing up our brain wrinkles here. This video was long, but making this set took about 4 hours. I'm not sure it's the longest that a set has ever taken me, but it's the most, I think it might be one of the most intricate that I've done. And I'm so proud of it. I love it so much. When I look at it, it's one of those sets where if it's still out, I can't stop looking at it. I just walk by the desk, you know, casually on purpose so I can glance at it or stop and awe at it. Um, I love it when my work makes me feel that way. So this set definitely did. And I love the message. Just open your mind, right? Open your mind to other people's experiences and to the idea of we can all love each other. We don't have to do the things that are happening right now. We can hold people accountable for their disgusting actions, and we can stop fighting with each other. We can do that. So open your mind to that before you open your mouth about it. And if you're in the comment section right now disagreeing with that, refer back to what I just said. There you go. We're coming in with a matte top coat, and that is the whole set's going to be matte. I'm just doing that now because we're about to top coat the lips as well. Now here's a little gray because we need the brain to be pinkish gray. So we're just going to dab it on. If you use a brush on this, you're going to get too much gray polish in the nooks and crannies. The nooks and crannies we're going to put red in there. So we're not going to want that. We're not going to want that to be filled up with gray. And you don't want to lose your texture. Guys, my body is revolting against me right now. I got the coffee burps, excuse me. I hope I was quiet about that. I was trying to do it with my mouth closed, but talking at the same time. That was not easy. Clean up your mess before you cure. If you had to file that off, I think you'd find that difficult. So clean up before you cure. And then we're going to come in with the same red that we painted the other nails with and just go in the wrinkles, in between all the wrinkles, in the little dents, in the little spaces. We're going to fill those up with red because your brain has blood, right? And that's going to give us a little bit more of a realistic brain look. Making this brain just made me so happy, and I feel like I could make an even better one. So definitely subscribe. We're going to do this for Halloween for sure. Got a couple of ideas, and I'm super excited. So definitely subscribe for that. We're just going to finish up here with our blood. And I love this set was so fun. Guys, I really love this one. It is so fun to just play around and make something that's a little different and maybe not everybody would like or wear, but it's still a statement and it's fun. So we're coming in with a little more gray, and that is our brain. Now we're going to start with our lettering, and we're going to open your mind. It's going to be on this first nail. This is the index finger. I did struggle quite a bit with the lettering. I started this is, probably 5 or 6 attempts in of putting it on and wiping it off and putting it on and wiping it off. We are going to, excuse me. We are going to put some pigments on these. So if you're going to isolate pigments or chrome or any other nail powders, what you're going to want to do is either have one of those powder resistant matte top coats, or do what I do, which is I clean the nail first with acetone and really scrub it and make sure I get every inch of it saturated and wiped off with that acetone. And then I come in with another wipe of alcohol just to make sure there's no residue from anything at all on that nail. And the only thing that will be attracted to the powders is the lettering or whatever it is that you're isolating. Maybe it's a flower or just some line work or what have you. But one of the reasons I chose this set first of all, I love the poster it was inspired by, but also the other reason is that I'm trying to work on my line work, and lettering is a little bit more difficult version of line work. So I just really want to push my skills and get better. And I cannot think of her handle on TikTok, but she did this set a week or two ago where it's, you remember those old CDs you could buy? Now that's what I call music. She did, that may give you, if you watch nail content, you may already know what I'm talking about. But she did, now that's what I call a distraction from the Epstein files, which I couldn't have laughed harder. But her lettering is perfection. And so she inspires me. I want to try to emulate her work and just get better and better and better with my line work and my anything hand painted. Between her and Votino, I'm so inspired. And there's so many other nail artists out there, so they all inspire me. I love them all. Even the people like me who are still developing their craft, I'm so inspired by all of that. Just keep showing me your work. You too, if you have work you want to share, the community page on this channel, share it. We want to see your work. We want to help you get better. We want you to help us get better. Share your work on this page. I want to see it. Everyone wants to see it. Let's start using that community page like a group, because that's what it is. It's us together as a community. It takes a long time to brush all of that off because the pigment is, sticky and finicky, but with enough brushing, it does all the way come off. So just keep using that brush and try to keep your brush as clean as you can. Like suck it with the vacuum or use your nail dust collector, like run it over the collector to get all the dust out of it. It makes a difference. It really helps. You don't want to go to clean something off and then have a bunch of dust applied, right? Because at some point it just becomes a makeup application brush, right? It's got so much dust in it. It's like, I cannot think of the word that I want to use. The weather here right now is so nice. It's before things get super hot, although next week we're supposed to have a spike in heat for a while. So everyone's outside playing, and my dog, he is upset. And I will leave the door open for him, but he can't be down there running around. If somebody he doesn't know comes in, he'll chase them. And he's not, like, I don't think he'd bite anyone, but I also just don't want to take that chance, right? So he's got to stay in the house. He can look outside, but he can't be running around out there. It's a shared yard, right? So we're going to finish our top coating here. The thing I love is that, and it was a mistake, but the top coat pulls down a little on the color, especially on the first lettered nail, Open Your Mind. And that gives it even more of sort of a graffiti sort of look, which is what I was going for with the whole thing. I did add a little bit of lettering to this nail because it didn't get any gems like the mouth nail did. The mouth nail, that little teardrop, maybe that could be a tear, but maybe it could come from the nose instead. I don't know. You decide for yourself what you think. My throat is giving out, guys. This second having to do the voiceover thing, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. So I think the voiceovers are the toughest part of the video for me anyway. But here it is, guys. Here's my set. I really, really love it. It's so pretty. But maybe pretty's not the right word. It's so quirky and fun and artsy and messagey, and I just couldn't love it any more than I do. It's amazing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't let me blow smoke up my own butt. But and if you don't like it, tell me. I want to hear that too. Let me know what you think is wrong with it. Maybe I can improve. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. If you're still here, put your favorite emoji or a brain or a mouth emoji in the comment section. We're going to see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye.